Hi, I'm Madison Gaylor, and we are at the Falcon Showcase, which gives organizations and clubs a little chance to tell incoming 8th graders what they're all about. So I am here with the color guard. So what's your name?
I'm Bella.
Hi, Bella. Okay. Do we want to introduce everyone else too? Yeah, what are your guys' names?
I'm Kylie. I'm Cassidy.
Hi, Kylie. Hi, Cassidy. Okay, so what is Color Guard all about? What are you trying to get these 8th graders excited for?
It's about like becoming a family and learning new things and like having fun throughout your high school experience. And I think it's really cool because you also get to be like friends with like a lot of band people, and you get to like make new friends, which is like kind of what high school is all about, like other than grades. So yeah, I've had really fun with it. Everyone should do it.
Yeah, it's definitely an amazing experience because you wouldn't feel like you would have a lot of fun, but like throughout the season, you start enjoying it a lot more, and you get closer with everyone, and it's really an amazing experience.
Do you have anything to add?
Honestly, you just need to be dedicated to what you love, and it may seem hard, but it's honestly so much fun, and it does pay off.
So, are people like, I know like color guard can be very intimidating, so do people need any type of experience before coming in?
No, you don't really need experience at all. Like, you learn so much from Miss Rogers, our teacher, and she takes it from like step 1 all the way to like exceeding and excelling. And so it's really easy to like join with like no experience.
That's awesome. Okay, so what does the schedule look like?
For the first part of the season, we do it with the band, and we practice a few times a week, and we'll get breaks and like days off throughout the week, and we'll usually have competitions on Saturdays. And then during the winter, we have competitions and stuff without the band, and so it's just us. And then we only have practices like every 2 days a week, which is less than the first part of the season, and competitions are again on the Saturday.
That's awesome. Okay, so join Color Guard. Yeah.
Do it!
Awesome. Thank you guys. Back to y'all. Hi, I'm back with Madison Butler, who is representing student media. Okay, so come on, sell us on it. What's it all about?
So there's many different aspects. There's talent, which is the news writing portion. So we get out the news really quickly every day, so there's always new information there. And then we have TCTV, which does the news portion on a TV screen, and we produce that every single day. So you get the news in that kind of form, whether it be skits or news packages or something funny. And then you also have TCFM, which is the radio station. So that's not news, it's just a way for students to learn how to work that kind of radio station. And then you have TCSN, which is the sports portion, and we do live streams for that. So students get to see how you get to work a live audience and that kind of thing. And then you have yearbook, which is, of course, everyone knows what that is, and so everybody's always taking pictures, and at the end of the year you get the yearbook and you get to see how everyone has done throughout the year and all the things that they've accomplished. So.
Awesome. So can you be in multiple? Can you be in all of them, or what's up with that?
Yeah, I'm in all of them, so I know exactly how you can do that. You have to take journalism and photojournalism your freshman year, and then I mean, you can do everything that you want. So yeah, I mean, it's a big job, but it's a lot of fun to do all of them.
That's awesome. Okay, so for 8th graders who are nervous about coming in, they maybe haven't worked with the technical aspect, what do you have to say to them? Is this still something that they can enjoy?
Oh yeah, I mean, you learn on the job, so even if you have no idea how to work a computer or anything like that, you learn as you go. So it's a really welcoming environment, and you can learn throughout the year.
Nice. And so for the people who are also doing other things outside of student media, is it still accessible to them at all times?
Yes, yes. If you're involved in student council or NHS or something like that, you're still able to do these things. And that's even better if you're involved in other things. Like I'm in NHS as well, so I get that news and then I can bring it to Talent or TCTV or something like that. So it even helps.
That's awesome. Okay, join student media. We'll be back with more interviews later. I'm back and I'm here with Aaron Fry, who is in theater. Okay, so we're here at Falcon Showcase trying to get 8th graders to do theater. Why should they do it?
Theater is like, it's honestly the best decision I ever made, like as a freshman, as a middle schooler. I played football. Can I say that?
You're fine, keep going.
Okay, I played football, and for me personally, like it just didn't fill that like void that like made me want to do something, and theater did, and I met all my best friends and had some of the best experiences in my life with all my friends in theater.
Okay, awesome. So tell me about some of the shows that you've been involved in. Is that something that, first off, do kids have to be in theater to do shows?
No, you absolutely do not have to be in a theater class to do a show, although, like, of course, theater classes are great to be in, and so are our student meetings and things, but no, you can come and audition. Recently we had auditions for The Outsiders, and we had a lot of people, like my old friends from football who have never been in a theater class before, and we're happy to join.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about Drama Club.
Drama Club isn't really a thing anymore. We kind of like, so for a long time we had like a secular drama club, like where students could come and meet, and we still have essentially the same thing, but we decided to call it Falcon Theater. Okay. And so the theater department is now Falcon Theater as well. So on like the first Friday of every month, we'll have student organized meetings, and like we have a board of officers that you can run for election and things like that.
So what do you guys do then outside of like theater and school?
We have at least one event a month. Like most recently we had our open mic night, and so people were free to come and perform a song or a monologue or whatever they wanted at in our theater. Before that we had New Year's party, holiday parties, Halloween party, and we usually have like a murder mystery party every year.
That's awesome. Okay, join theater, guys. Hi, and I'm back with some members of the debate team. I'm
Roha.
And I'm Maddie.
Awesome. Okay, so tell me about Debate the class.
So essentially, Debate 1 is a prerequisite. So essentially, it's something that you have to take your first year, probably freshman year, and then as you take the course sophomore, junior, senior year, that becomes the actual team.
That's awesome. Okay, so, and now tell me the debate, as in like the debate team who does the tournaments and stuff.
Okay, so on the debate team, there's different events that we do. We do actual debates and then we do speech events. And so once you're in debate 2, debate 3, and debate 4, then in that class you'll be working on your materials. So you'll be working in that class and you also have to come to practice afterwards. So it's added on to what you learn in debate 1, which really helps you build a foundation for being able to continue your debate career.
So how fun is being a part of a team, you know, going to tournaments? You guys spend a lot of time together. How is that?
It's really good. I mean, we're kind of like a little family, I would say.
Yeah, it's a great way to spend your weekends, and a lot of people freak out when you say weekend, but you're with the people you care about, you're with them all the time, you get to see them win, you get to support each other when you don't win, and that's just a good community that you don't see everywhere.
Awesome. So what type of 8th graders are you guys looking for? Like competitive, like outgoing? What are we looking for?
We're looking for basically anyone. If you can do debate if you want to. If you want to improve on public speaking, just take the class. If you're interested in politics, if you're interested in any kind of theatrical events, we have those that you can try out. And just basically anyone who's interested in furthering their knowledge of either politics or figuring out maybe something that they would want to do later in life. So
that's awesome. Okay, so everybody join speech and debate. We'll be back to you guys later with more interviews. Thank you guys so much. And we're back with some law club members. I'm here with
Terry Turner.
Adam Kreisman.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys are here for Falcon Showcase. What are you guys telling these 8th graders? What is law club all about?
Well, we're filling them in mostly about what the club does, like the law enforcement and the court, pathways that they take, and the club after school. What it basically is we all meet together. People all interested in law enforcement. We get together, do events. We've got our gear for, like a building search or SWAT. Basically what we're training to do what police do for competitions, compete against other schools in Keller ISD, sometimes, all in state.
Yeah. So tell me more about these competitions.
Usually you get out of school for them, so that's a pretty neat thing. Basically whatever events you're in, let's say it's SWAT or felony traffic stop or forensics, you'll go to a certain location. You'll have to all bus there for a day. You'll compete in the competitions against other schools, and then at the end, you'll find your placing, how well you did. To prepare for these competitions, we do training here at the school. After school is usually, it varies upon days. Right now, it's every Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what all is this gear that we've got going on here? Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you got wearing?
Yes, well, Terry here, he's got the rifles that SWAT will use. We have 6 of those for the 6-man SWAT team. We also have the pistols. They're all clay, all covered, so no damages can happen. Very safe, yes. We have handcuffs as well. Very easy to get in and out of. So when we run the club and we do the handcuffs, obviously we want to make sure that no one's getting hurt. So these are very safe handcuffs, easy to get on and off. Everything here it's a friendly environment in the club. We love having people. We love seeing people get involved. It's a fun place to be.
So are there any classes that you guys can take that will help with law club? Like, are any classes, like prerequisite classes type thing?
Yes, there is the law pathway. That's basically freshmen will take the principles of law path, then sophomores will take the the law 1 class. Juniors and seniors, they'll take law 2 and whatever other law
forensic
classes.
psychology,
Forensic psychology.
and forensic science if they didn't do law enforcement. Not law enforcement. The principles of law.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Everybody join Law Club. And we'll be back with more interviews later. And we are back with some of our sky dancers. Why don't you guys go ahead and tell us what your names and your positions are?
Hi, I'm Sydney and I'm a lieutenant.
I'm Haley Richardson, I'm a junior lieutenant.
I'm Heather and I'm a lieutenant.
Okay, so tell me, what is being a sky dancer all about?
Being a sky dancer is basically we become a family and it's very school oriented and it's one of the best things I think I've done.
That's awesome. Okay, so it's dancing. Is there some like prerequisite? Like, do girls have to have danced before to be able to join?
Yes, ma'am. You have to have a double pirouette on your left and right side. You have to be able to do a grand jeté and also do battements across the floor, and you'll have a tryout with a military dance and a jazz dance.
So what are competitions like?
Competitions are exhilarating. You know, we put in a ton of work for them, but you know, if you win or even if we don't, it's amazing being with your team and just being out on the floor. So everything about competition is amazing.
Awesome. So it's very time consuming, correct? So what is that like?
It's really time consuming and you have to be really on top of things and really flexible with not only your schedule but the drill team schedule.
That's awesome. So tell me about football games because I know those are so much fun.
They get so hype. We work with the cheerleaders and it's just so exciting to be there.
And band. We love band.
It's just so fun and you get to be there with your team, but you're also cheering on the football team, and it's just being able to do your fight song and do the school song afterwards, and like being there with the entire school is just exciting.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with later with more interviews. I am back with Victoria Ramos, and she actually started the girls rugby team here at Timber Creek this year. Okay, so tell me what it's like.
It's just a really fun sport. You really don't need any experience to play it. We've been trying to recruit for a few months now, and it's honestly filling out pretty good. We're about to start our season in about a month or so, and we really hope that goes really well for our first year.
That's awesome. So do you compete against other girl rugby teams like in the district?
Yep. We go to places like Salina, downtown Fort Worth, Dallas, and sometimes we go all the way to Oklahoma to play other high schools or other clubs in the area that are interested in playing with us. Like Louisville is a good competitor of ours. But yeah, we just play around the area and we just have some fun and travel around.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so for 8th graders who are coming in, what do you have to say to them? What do you have to say to recruit them?
Basically, you really don't need any experience, and it's honestly one of the funnest sports that I've ever played in my entire life. And it's such a small group of people that get to play it because it's such a new sport here in the United States that it is for everyone, any size, any shape, so you don't really need to be that athletic. And honestly, just join and we'll make you part of our family.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody join girls rugby. We'll be back later with more interviews. And I'm back with some members of band. What are y'all's names?
My name is Evan.
Lang.
Awesome. Okay, so for 8th graders coming in, are there prerequisites for band for high school?
I mean, it's a lot of work, but in the end, it's all worth it. I mean, we put in a lot of hours of work, but it's just like so much fun in the end. Like even if it's a little bit stressful, it's like probably one of the best things that I could say about Timber Creek.
So I know it's a lot of hours, right? Like it's a lot of time commitment. So tell me what that's like. So for people who aren't in band or looking to join, like what's the time commitment looking like?
The time commitment is definitely a lot, but you get to be around the people that you're best friends with, and you get to hang out, and you also get to do what you love and play music with them. And so it's not necessarily hours of working hard and hurting, it's hours of like having fun and learning.
That's awesome. Okay, so what's y'all's favorite part about being a part of band?
Probably marching season. It's all just really high action, really intense all season long. It's really fun.
Nice. And so what are the football games like?
The football games are very fun. Like sometimes it's just cold and you get to be really close to your friends, and sometimes it's hot and you're all just trying to cool off, but like there's a lot of laughs and a lot of jokes at football games.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Join bands. Back to y'all. And I am back with a member of ROTC.
I'm Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. Okay, so tell me, what is ROTC?
So ROTC is a leadership class. You can get PE credit for it. You don't have to go into the military. It's mainly stresses leadership, and it's really easy to do with other clubs. There's a lot of different stuff you can do in it. There's drill teams, there's orienteering, which is cross country with navigation. There's different clubs you can do inside of it. There's Kitty Hawk, there's APT, there's model rocketry. There's just a lot of stuff. It opens you up to a lot more scholarship opportunities. You're more likely to get accepted into jobs and colleges. So just gives you a lot more opportunities in life.
That's awesome. Okay, so what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is orienteering. We get to go into the middle of the woods together. We get to run, and once we're done running, we get to eat, and we get to hang out with each other and just make a lot of friends.
So are you guys like one big family?
Yes, we're definitely one big family. There's almost 250 kids in it, and there's just a lot of people to meet.
That's nice. So are there any prerequisites for middle schoolers to join?
No, you don't need any prerequisites. It actually covers your PE credit, so then you don't have to do something else.
Wow, that sounds like a perfect reason to join. Okay, thank you. Back to you guys. I am here with Allie, and she's a member of the Impact Club. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
All right, well, the Impact is a group where we do various acts of kindness in our community, and I'm just so excited to be here and see all the little 8th graders, and hopefully some will sign up.
So what are some of the projects that you guys have going on right now?
Right now we are doing a feminine product drive where we are collecting different panty liners, tampons, pads, menstrual cups, and nut-free chocolate to give to a homeless shelter for women in Dallas.
That's awesome. Okay, so what do you have to say to 8th graders who are like considering joining the club?
I say do it. It's a great chance to meet new people, make friends, and honestly, everyone in that group is a friend to each other, and it's just getting to know different grade levels and how to work with your friends in a business-like setting.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join the Impact Club. We'll be back with more interviews. I am back here with Parker, who is a member of the book club. Okay, Parker, what do you guys do in book club?
Well, it's a book club, so we read books, but it's very fun. We read books, we talk about the books, but we also talk about just random things. Some place to come hang out and talk about books and to really be a nerd.
That's awesome. Okay, so what type of books do you read in?
We really read any genre. We go from science fiction to fantasy to realistic fiction to all sorts of genres. We usually vote on the book we read, though, but usually the librarian provides the book that we read, but we read all sorts of genres.
That's awesome. So 8th graders who are considering joining the club, what do you have to say to them?
It's not obligatory. You don't have to do it, but you can also come for like a meeting, skip a meeting, and it won't matter. Like you come and go, you come wherever you want, you go whenever you want. It's really good.
So what's your favorite thing about book club, or what a favorite book that you've read?
Oh, that's a toughie. I think the favorite book I read, I actually found my favorite series here. It was called Illuminate, and it's really good, but I found it at book club. So if you're looking for a really good book, or you're looking for a really good bunch of friends to nerd out with, that's the place to go.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join book club and go read books with Parker. We'll be back with more interviews later. I'm back with some ladies from golf. What are y'all's names?
Callie.
Allison.
Awesome. Okay, so for 8th graders coming in, why should they join golf?
It's super fun, and you get to interact with lots of different people and make new friends and compete also. That's really fun.
Yeah. I think competing is the most fun, like traveling for tournaments.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Okay, so what is the environment like when you're golfing with your friends, right?
We're like a family. We all consider each other family, and we get super close because we get to travel and stay in hotels with each other. So throughout the season, we all create a great bond, and we do consider each other family.
Yeah. Nice. So what's the time commitment like? Like, is there a lot of practices and stuff like that?
We have practice every day after school, and we have tournaments quite often, like every single week when we don't have off season. So we are pretty busy with golf most of the time.
And you said golf is year round, so when is y'all's off season?
We just had our off season. It's about a month long, but then we get right back into it. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Join golf, everybody. We'll be back later with more interviews. I'm back with Haley, who is a member of Jewelry Club. Okay, Haley, so what is Jewelry Club all about?
We make beautiful jewelry, and sometimes we have discussions too. Mm-hmm. But mostly we're here to make beautiful jewelry like this.
Oh wow, that's super, super pretty. That is, I love that. So do you guys sell the jewelry, or you guys just make it for fun?
We make it for fun, though I guess some people do sell it on their free time.
But that's not a part of the club. If you want to sell it on your free time, you can?
In your free time.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
They don't require you to sell it in the club.
That's awesome. So for 8th graders coming in, what if they're considering joining Jewelry Club? What's something that you want to tell them?
I hope you guys join. It's really lots of fun, and also Pinterest is amazing if you want jewelry ideas.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite part about Jewelry Club?
The fact that I get to de-stress after a long day and I get to make something absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody join Jewelry Club. I am here with Victoria, and she is in art. So, Victoria, tell us a little bit about art. What type of art classes are you in?
I'm in AP Art History, AP Art Studio, and a 2D class.
Okay, so why should 8th graders who are scheduling their classes, why should they join art?
I think it's a good way to, first of all, get rid of like stress from your other classes. It could be like, you know, something that you do for fun, and just like you have a lot of freedom in creating what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Are there any art clubs or anything that they can do outside of just their regular classes?
Yes, I'm actually the vice president of National Art Honor Society, and in that club you can earn hours, and you can also volunteer for a lot of art events that happen at this school and out of our school.
That's awesome. Okay, so what's your favorite thing about art?
I would just say, like, you get to express yourself in like different ways rather than just speaking. You can let your art speak for you, and it's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, everybody, sign up for art.
Yeah,
thank you. I am back with a GSA leader. What's your name?
I'm Will.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us about GSA. What is it all about?
GSA is essentially a support group where the LGBT community and straight community can come together and talk about who we are and who we're supposed to be and what we believe in. We're a club where anyone can come. It doesn't matter what your political, religious, or beliefs are, or what your gender identity is, or what your sexual identity is. We just want everyone to come and have a place where they can feel safe and to talk about things that they need to talk about. A lot of days we have formal meetings where we have a PowerPoint and we say this is what this is and this is what you can do about it. And there's some meetings where we just have very chill and decompressing days where we just play games to be able to have the time where we can let go and be just calm and happy.
So are you guys educating, or are you guys more of like a safe place?
Yes.
Both?
We're both.
Awesome.
So for a lot of people in the straight community, they just don't know anything about the LGBT community, and they really want to know. And like for the first few weeks that GSA is here, we talk about different sexualities, different gender identities. We talk about different ways the straight community can help bring support to the LGBT community by explaining to others who may not support us that this is who we are, and we're humans like everyone else is. And it's just hard for people to express themselves, and it's hard for people in the straight community to express their support for us. So we just want to be able to help teach people how they can express themselves safely and freely.
That's beautiful. Okay, so for 8th graders who are coming in, who are like considering joining the club and don't know if they really feel comfortable yet, like what do you say to them?
Just come to the first meeting. Our first meeting is really chill. We don't have like a full meeting. You don't have to say anything. We won't make you say anything that you don't want to. We won't make you say your name or what you identify as. Just come and see what we're about and just see what we do. And if you don't want to come after that, that's completely fine. But if you still want to come after the first meeting, then you're completely welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Join GSA, everybody.
Thank you.
I am here with a member of the swim team. What's your name?
I'm Jared Lund.
Awesome, Jared. Okay, so tell us what this is all about. What's swim about?
Well, swimming, personally, it's for me to get my best time all the time. My coach really pushes me all the time to get my best time. I started swimming as a freshman, and right now I am on our top team, I guess you would say, our varsity team. And a lot of that is from the coach, but most of it's personal, just pushing yourself personally.
So for 8th graders who are making their schedules and deciding if they want to do it, why should they do swim?
One, because we're the best sport. But it's also a way of keeping shape. I'm not a big runner. I hate running. I'm not built for football. And swimming's just a way of keeping my body in shape. And my family's always been into swimming. My dad was a swimmer, grandma, my older brother. So for me, it's a way of keeping my family legacy going. But for other people, it's just a way of keeping fit and just doing something you love.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite part?
Probably the parties we have. That sounds weird, but we have parties all the time. We have pasta parties, regular parties. But another favorite part is always like getting that best time. When I hit that 23 seconds or 24 seconds on my 50, it just fills with something that's amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join swim, and we'll be back later with more interviews. I am here with a member of HOSA. Okay, so what is your name?
I'm Katie.
Awesome, Katie. Okay, so tell us a little bit about HOSA. What is it?
So HOSA is Health Occupation Students of America, and what we do is we're an organization of people who all want to go into the health field, from veterinarians to orthopedic surgeons. We have some orthodontists, and we all get together twice a month. We have one meeting that's general, where we can plan our community outreach projects or coming to organize the blood drives that we do. And then the third Thursday of every month, on our second meeting, we bring in people who actually work in the health field. So we get some doctors from the Texas Health up here. We can get different occupations, and they come and tell us like what it is like after college and what it is, how they got there, and we get to ask questions. And it's really cool because we all know each other because we're all in the same pathway, so we all take the same classes. So it's a really good organization if you want to strive towards the health field.
And so, like, what type of opportunities do you think being in HOSA brings to you?
It gives you a bunch of knowledge on what to look forward to in the health field when you're out there. Different encouragements from the kids who have been where you are, from upperclassmen, being able to ask questions and get the answers. And it's also a great way to reach out to the community and get the experience that you need organizing those kinds of events, kind of getting your name out there.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite thing about HOSA?
I've got to say, so far, my favorite thing has been being able to do the blood drives, because as chaotic as they are, the fact that we can raise, like we did past, over 127 units of blood to give to people is amazing.
Yeah, I gave blood. That was scary. I was very scared, but I'm glad I did it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody join HOSA. Thank you. I am back with a choir officer, Jared Gamber. Okay, Jared, what do you have to say to 8th graders who are looking to sign up for choir?
All right, I just want to say that you need a fine arts credit to graduate, and choir is a perfect one. Why? Because we get your graduation credit, there's that. And if you want a PE credit, you can take show choir, and it's an easy way to make friends. I know when I joined choir my 10th grade year, I quickly regretted not joining it my 9th grade year, so I hope that 8th graders don't make the same mistake as me. So yeah, and it's really fun to get to know your vocal abilities.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell me about show choir.
I love show choir. I joined show choir last year as well. I auditioned my first year in choir, and I got into the varsity one, and I just thought that was great. If you don't get into the varsity one, there's the JV one, which is just as amazing as the varsity one. So the varsity one is called Timber Lights, and we're a more competitive group, so we have a class period, and the JV one is just an after-school kind of thing, and they perform at the Christmas concert and spring concert. And if the 8th graders are thinking about joining show choir or auditioning for it, it's at the end of April, I believe. So yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so what opportunities does being in choir bring to you? I know there's like All-State. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
So All-State Choir is a very, very competitive thing in the state of Texas especially. Around 16,000 people audition, and they narrow it down to about 600 to 800 depending on the year. And this year I had the opportunity to make it past all auditions, and I got cut at the last one unfortunately. But we had 4 All-Staters in our district, and that was the most in any of the high schools here. So yeah, we had a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior, which is spectacular. I've also been given the opportunity to sing the national anthem at the basketball games and the volleyball games and all the varsity football games, and it's just amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join choir. We'll be back with you with more interviews later. Thanks. I am back with two guys on the bowling team. Yeah, so tell me, what's your names?
My name is Seth Maggard.
Bryce Sheets.
Okay, so tell me, like for 8th graders who are looking to bowl and when they come into high school, tell me a little bit about what that's like.
It's definitely a fun environment. I was welcomed into the team really well. I have had previous experiment with the coach, and it felt like a really fun place to come after school, and we do really well. We compete a lot, and it's just an all-around fun place to be.
Mm-hmm. So where do you guys practice?
It's on the Brunswick Zone Watauga on Roof Snow. So
that's awesome. So how often do you guys have competitions?
We have competition every Tuesday, and we practice every Monday from 4:20 to 5:30.
Awesome. So what's your guys' favorite thing about bowling?
I would say the competition. Like we all know each other in the league, and then getting to compete against everyone is so much fun.
So what is the atmosphere like? Are you guys all friends?
Yes, we're all really good friends. We all talk a lot. We see each other during school, and it's really fun. Also, like when we're practicing, there's no like sweat or anything. Like it's just laid back and everything.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join the bowling team. I am back with Miss West, and she teaches AP World History, otherwise known as WAP. So, what should 9th graders going into 10th grade, should they take WAP, or what do you think?
Well, they should definitely wait till sophomore year to take WAP, because that's going to be way too much for freshmen. But AP World History is an awesome experience. We do go really fast, though. You know, you took WAP, so yes. It's very surface level knowledge, but it gives you a great understanding of the world and how we've went from, basic civilizations to modern day current events and the political and social turmoil of modern day, and it's exciting. Lots of good stuff.
So what's your favorite thing in world history?
My favorite thing is the Chinese Dynasty song.
Do you want to go ahead and sing it for us?
I do want to sing it. Shang Zhou Chin Han, Shang Zhou Chin Han, Sui Tang Song, Sui Tang Song, Wan Ming Ching Republic, Wan Ming Ching Republic, Mao Zedong, Mao Zedong, woo!
Wow, okay, well, if you want to see more of that, you've got to sign up for AP World History. Yep. Thank you, Miss West.
Very perky.
Yes, I am. I have to be. Hi, we're back with Coach Golden, who coaches football here at Timber Creek High School. Okay, so give us some general information about football.
Very good. Football, of course, is a team sport. There's no tryout. There's no cuts. Kids cut themselves if they don't do the proper thing. So it's a great sport to be in, to learn teamwork, to get stronger, to get faster, to improve working with groups, and it's an awesome sport to be involved in.
Awesome. So what opportunities do you think people will get from being a part of football?
Well, they'll learn how to work together, which is extremely difficult in this day and age because everybody's on their iPhone and iPad all the time. You will have to talk to other people, and you will have to work with them. You have to lift weights, run, learn plays, sweat, because it's during the hot time of the year. And it's a great sport for anybody.
Awesome. Okay, join football. Be a team sport.
All right.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 5 minutes until our last group of breakout sessions begin. At 7:30, we will have another pre-AP, AP class session in the lecture hall in the North Hall. We will have a 7:30 added inning and in 116. And at 7:30 there will be an athletics information session in the Fine Arts Center. Thank you.
I'm here with Ms. Parker Brown, who's a counselor here at Timber Creek. Okay, so tell us, what do you do with students?
Okay, so right now we are taking care of schedules for next year and any registration, and so any electives, making sure that y'all have your endorsements met, your graduation requirements, anything that we need to make sure for seniors. And so we've met with our juniors. We're still doing a few of our juniors left. Last week we met with the current freshmen. Starting tomorrow, we get to go to the middle schools to see all the 8th graders. And then after that, we'll hit our sophomores next week, and then we'll still have a couple of weeks till the end of February to make sure that y'all have everything you need. And then we go back to what is everything else that needs to happen in April and May. So we get to go back to seeing our students, and if they need us for any type of social emotional situations, we'll be doing a lot with our seniors, making sure they're ready for graduation, that they have their credits completed, especially those government and economic classes. Yeah. And then, of course, promoting everything that Timber Creek does. We have some great athletic programs, and then our extracurricular activities, and make sure that our students are getting what they need so that they can be the best out there in the work world.
Awesome. So you said you're going to go visit the 8th graders to talk about scheduling stuff. So what do you have to say to them as they create their schedules? Anything you recommend?
Okay, so the best thing that's happened right now is our 8th grade counselors have already sat with every single 8th grader and have created their 4-year plan. So what we get to do is kind of look over it and verify and make sure that they have everything that they need, and then question them one more time about their electives. And then if they want to make any last minute changes, then we'll be doing all of that with them, and then inputting them so that y'all can see them on home access, and then y'all can make a decision. So we'll be doing that for all of y'all, but our 8th graders just this week, but that way they can see it, and parents can get their first look at what not necessarily their schedule, but just their choices of classes. And then that way all of that gets finalized, so we can start selecting classes and teachers for next year, and staffing, and making sure that if we need more teachers or we need to offer more classes, we can do that.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. We'll be back with more interviews later.
All right.
Biggs.
And Vanessa. And we are promoting Spanish. Okay, so tell us, for 8th graders who are coming in, why, or 8th graders who are coming into 9th grade, why should they take Spanish?
Spanish is a wonderful language, and you can get 16 credit hours if you take Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, and Spanish 4 like Vanessa, and then the AP exam. So you save a ton of money and time in college. You get 2 years of Spanish taken care of just by taking it here in high school.
So you said you're in Spanish 4?
Yeah, and Miss Biggs is actually my teacher. So
that's awesome. So what is that like?
It's really fun. We do like simulated conversations. You do practice essays. Anything that you would do for a regular AP test, she prepares you for.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite thing about the Spanish classes?
My favorite thing is the students in level 4 get to pick what they want to talk about. So if they want to talk more about robots this year or medicine, that's what we're going to talk about. And last year they wanted to talk more about politics and debating each other. That's what we get to talk about.
Awesome. So are there any extracurricular activities that come from taking Spanish?
Yes, Vanessa's actually in several of them in the National Honor Society, which is just for Spanish speaking, and it's a national organization that looks great on our college applications. Then we also have the Spanish Club. Then you don't even have to speak Spanish to be in it, but you get to learn about culture and hang out with people who care about the Spanish culture.
Awesome. So do you want to tell us a little bit of what it's like being part of that?
Sure. Okay, so the Spanish Club, I'm actually president. You don't have to know any Spanish for it. It's really fun because you get to go like hang out with friends, eat candy, eat like all types of food, and just hang out with them, learn more about the Spanish culture. And then Spanish Honor Society, it's like National Honor Society, and you like just help the community, like do canned food drives, just donate clothing and stuff. And that one is more, I would say more for college. Like you can apply that one on your college resume and say that you helped in the community and stuff, in the Spanish community, and it's just really fun.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, take Spanish. Thank you guys. Okay, I am here with
Terry Clarkson.
Awesome, and she teaches geometry here at Timber Creek. Okay, so tell us why 8th graders should sign up for geometry for their 9th grade year.
Oh, well, most of them don't have a choice. So if they've already taken Algebra 1 in their 8th grade year, then they get to take geometry as a freshman.
Awesome. Okay, so what's the difference between pre-AP geometry and on-level geometry?
Pre-AP is way more fun. No. They're both really fun courses. And so in pre-AP, we just move a little bit faster. We cover a little bit more depth. And so like in pre-AP, we do proofs, whereas in on-level, we don't do proofs. But we still study triangles the same way. We study circles the same way. We study everything the same way. And just in pre-AP, we make it a little bit more challenging.
Awesome. So what's your favorite thing about geometry?
It's the best math course of all time. And so I love shapes. And geometry is very physical, so we get to do a lot of, you get to see it. It's very visual. We get to make triangles and make circles, and it's just very fun.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm back with Coach Strong, who is the cross-country coach. So tell us, for 8th graders who are coming into high school, tell us a little bit about why they should join cross-country and track.
You should join cross-country because it's fun. And I know many people don't enjoy running, but if you join cross-country, you'll learn to. Some of you love running, and we start running in the summer. It's voluntary practice at first. We'll go from the first week of summer from 7 to 9, Monday through Thursday, and that'll run until we get to the first week of school, and we'll have our first meet the first week of school. With track, we have the track period after school, but if you're in any other sports, soccer, cross country, football, baseball, anything else, you're going to be enrolled in that sport. And I think that's the biggest thing that kids for track need to know. If you're in any other sport, do not worry about track until January.
Awesome. So what do you think is your favorite thing about cross country and track?
Two very different things. The thing I like about cross country is that everybody has the same exact course to run every week. So everybody is going over the same hill that each other went over. We're turning the same corner. We're running against the same kids. And so everybody has a very similar experience in that way, and everybody's working towards the exact same goal. With track, it's very different, and for me, it's a good change of pace because we're going from everybody having the exact same thing to do to having pole vault, triple jump, long jump, high jump, 100, 200, 300 meter hurdles, 100 meter hurdles, 110 hurdles, and that just keeps everything fresh. You can't help but for every meet and every experience to be brand new.
So what is the atmosphere like at meets and stuff?
With cross country, it is like one big family that is about to go out there and run as hard as they can, and it really feels like when you're watching one of those American Ninja Warrior shows or the World's Strongest Man competition, because everybody is watching at the exact same time. It's a big roar of the crowd. With track, the beginning of a track meet, it's kind of everybody's like a mercenary sent off to their own little thing to do. We've got pole vaulters over here, shot put, discus, and then they get to come back together later and share everything that happened and how well they did, and it's kind of like reporting back after you've gone off on a mission. And then finally at the end of the day, when there's just a couple events left, the mile and the 4x4, everybody gets so excited for each other. The distance runners are going nuts during the mile, and the whole team is going nuts for that 4x4, which is just awesome to see kids from so many different events come together and cheer each other on.
That's awesome. Okay, everybody, join cross country and track. Thank you, Coach Strong.
Thank you, Madison.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to give you a quick reminder. We have about 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes before we'll be shutting down the showcase tonight. And our teachers been here all day and their hard-earned work teaching our students. So we'll give them an opportunity in about 15 minutes to start packing up and going home to their families. So once again, we got about 15 minutes left before we start shutting down the showcase for tonight.
And that is it for the Falcon Showcase. I'm Madison.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Floriana.
I'm Jesse.
And from Falcon Theater, have a wonderful night.
Have a night.
Bye.